Today on Kiva Live, I'm going to be talking to you about the Washington State Grange and what the Granges are all about. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm your host, William Lee, podcaster, podcast producer, and the founder of the Kiva Digital Agency for Marketing. How many times have you driven by, say, a great big old building sitting in the field there that says Grange on the side of it, and often wondered what was going on? If the Grange was still alive? Or even more, what is the Grange? Today on the show, I'm going to be talking to you about the Washington State Grange Association, and I'm going to tell you what the Granges are all about. So let's start with the beginning. Let's go back to 1889. And that was 2 months, by the way, before Washington territories achieved statehood. Now, the Washington Grange is a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization dedicated to improving the life of Washington residents through the spirit of community service and legislative action. You know, the family is a part of our community, and the Granges were the family organization that promoted family values, teaching leadership, and social skills to your youth. Today, they encourage membership as we provide activities and events for all the family to participate in. Now, you know, there's a lot of activities going on. I'm personally a member of the Fruitland Grange in Puyallup, Washington, up on South Hill. It's been a real pleasure to work with those folks at the Grange for the last 2 years almost now coming up. And everybody asks me, what is the benefit of being with the Grange? Well, let me give you some of the ideas that what can be your benefits working with the Grange. And I think the largest benefit of all is the opportunity to take part in leadership in the community activities at the Grange. There's quite a few phases of the Grange that we could talk about. But today, let's talk about the legislative part. You know, the involvement in legislative processes has been an important aspect of the Grange activity since the organization concept in 1867. Legislative object to really what the Grangers were trying to do at those early years in our state history was basically to represent the views of the residential farmers and agricultural community. Now, those views became Grange policy from the grassroots, though it was what we call a bottoms-up or democratic process. Now, each year our policies or summaries are actually published in the legislative handbook, which goes to really the work of what the legislature is doing. And we encourage all the Grangers to get involved and make their voices heard. Isn't this a valuable program that maybe a lot of us have not really thought about throughout the years? How important the Grange has been in putting our communities together. Let me give you one of the success stories that's very important. Every time that you notice a school bus and it has a stop sign that flips out as the children are getting off the bus to stop traffic in both directions, you know where that legislative ruling came from to mandatorily make sure that every bus had a safety factor such as a stop sign on the bus for school crossings? Yeah, you bet. It was legislative enactment by the Grange that wrote the bill and got it through Congress to make it an actual law that the buses must have this type of safety equipment. But that's just one function that the Grange has an effect on our communities. Another one is simply community service. Grange members devote countless hours in the service of their communities, reaching out, making sure that the elderly, the young, and our veterans that need help get the attention that they deserve. Now, in our local Grange, we help supply food for food banks. We raise money to donate to children's hospitals or children's programs. We make care packages for the homeless. We actually take out, believe it or not, we have a very interesting program that donates thousands of dictionaries to third graders, students in our local school system. Now everybody's going to say, come on, Bill, for Pete's sake, that's ridiculous. All they have to do now is go to the computer in the school and Google it. Well, that's not really the whole program. We found that in different schools that we work with in the Puyallup School District, the third graders really enjoy and keep their dictionaries. So we're very pleased each year to make sure that the new students or students that did not receive dictionaries get their free dictionary. We provide college scholarships and provide funds for these scholarships. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity also that we can take the kids, the leaders of tomorrow, and give them the opportunity for the education that they're really going to need. One of the other things that the Granges work on, raising money for every year, is to provide summer camps for children. This gives kids an opportunity to learn what the Grange is all about while having a wonderful summer camp experience. Now, the Granges are in your neighborhood. You just have to kind of look for them. And people after a while ask me, well, what is the real benefit of being a member of a local Grange, for Pete's sake? The benefits, as I've already talked about, are scholarships, access to Grange social activities, which are a lot of fun. You also get the objectivity of being able to study legislative movements and or enjoy direct voice in your state legislative process. And boy, that right now is very important in this country, to be able to unite and understand the processes of how laws become laws and to have a voice in our government. We also have a great publication that you will receive monthly called the Grange News, which tells you what's going on in the Granges throughout the county and throughout the state. It's a great informative little newspaper. Keeps you in touch with the Grange. Ability for the scholarships we've discussed, number of contests and hobby activities are also available. Classes like in black kettle cooking, sewing, quilting, growing urban gardens, new techniques in agriculture, and a host of great activities that build communities. The Grange is alive and well and available for your membership today. For more information on Grange, please go to the WashingtonStateGrange.org on the web, or if you're in the Puyallup area and would like to know more about the Fruitland Grange, we invite you to go to thefruitlandgrange.org, and you'll get all the information and see the activities on our website. Plus, you can get a hold of us to sign up for your family at the Grange. So thank you so much for listening today. We really appreciate this opportunity to talk to you about the Grange on Kiba Live. So until we meet again, keep us smiling.